we got one more for y'all. Thank y'all for kind of being present and kind of sticking around and sticking around for all the poets. Like I said, I go by Mr. Aubs. That's kind of like what you can find on Instagram and all that. I try to get better at like announcing that because I usually just spit my poem and just leave. And people are like, you don't even know where you can find you. So MISTERAUBS. So find on Instagram and all that. But this next poem is also a newer one. I actually just kind of like perfected this when I was in Houston last week and all that. And this one kind of talks about, I think it's like one of those things that's like a popular thing to talk about, which is good, in and of itself, where I think like we've come to a time and place where like it's easier or more accepting to talk about like mental health, especially in like black communities and stuff like that. But it's kind of like we're in this influx where like it's still it's accepting, but we still have a lot of brothers who kind of like are like kind of in that space of like, man, I ain't no bitch though, cause I don't need no therapy, I don't need no, and it's just like and I think it's just a long conditioning of just like, when you're like weighed down by like patriarchy and all these things, like it's hard to kind of let go of that. But for me, I've learned that like you gotta let go of that part of yourself to really find yourself and kind of like be like, okay, like I know the world conditioned me to be hard as a said black male, but like it's a curse to hold on to that. We die from strokes, we die from high blood pressure, we die from all these things because we hold everything in. And for me, like this is a poem's kind of like inviting of saying like you ain't got to do that, So thank y'all for your time. Boy, you ain't got no reason to cry. Nigga, you a grown-ass man. Ain't nobody put their hands on you. Matter of fact, you did this to yourself, said the black Christian woman to me. Old enough to be my mother. Old enough to put more faith in Bible than therapy. Old enough to believe that tears are only for women, children, and funerals. Reserved for those who have hearts that break, while we are expected to bench press our burdens. Tough intention. Clench our jaw, close off door to our emotions, become what the world shapes us to be, only to be called cruel, trash, hurting, hateful, heartless human beings. I remember the first time I cried in front of a lover, shed tears like bare bodies to cold, harsh winters, and only left cold by words that divided body from spirit, leaving me crucified as she took my tears and turned them to nails, driving them through hands and feet, leaving me hanging from crosses crafted from my fears of becoming the man you were told never to come near. The cruel, trash, hurting, hurting human beings. The scars that hurt me the most are the ones I tell myself don't exist. The ones inflicted inward that show no bruises on my body. The ones that bleed through gums of smiles, giving off the impression that I don't feel depression, that I don't need no counseling or thought about going into sessions. We were all pastors' kids, so we were told to find strength in the Lord and pray he numbs our emotions to intercessions. Pray he numbs our emotions through intercessions. Pray he numbs our emotions through intercessions. As we repeat prayers, contemplating suicide between intermissions. My brother never got those prayers answered. Found his salvation when he jumped off a bridge, drowning his demons along with him, feeling as if it was the only exorcism that saved his soul, and that is not the way I want to go. I want to live. I want to live. I want to live. I don't want to drown within myself, nor become walking coffin of many black men whose hearts turn graveyards, though love, still buried deep, still beats within the inside walls of casket, hoping to be heard and let free, so please. If I shed tears like snakeskin in your presence, display my humanity through wails of grief in front of you, just know that it took great strength to show such great weakness. We got a reason to cry. Thank you.